Alright, we're back for our third and final match with our blue-green ramp artifact deck. We're on the play. This hand has a lot of sweet things going on, but it's very risky because we have no sort of acceleration or velocity or anything until turn 3 and 4, and it's just very risky, and this marble doesn't do anything right now, so I think I have to send it back. Alright, this hand is unspectacular, but more what I'm looking to do. Got some cheap artifacts. Ooh, Glintinous Crane. Definitely keep that on top. Opponent also mulled to 6, and they kept on the bottom. Let's lead off with the Crane. Metalwork Colossus, Prophetic Prism. I'll take Colossus. Go Caravan, turn after I can Puzzle Knot, and have the ability to sack it, but probably not what I want to be doing when I've got Colossus. Opponent's playing blue-red, didn't do anything. Alright, Sanctum something. Play Caravan, see if it resolves. If there's main deck negate or something going on over there. No idea what he's up to, but I've got to assume there's counters or something waiting in the wings. Puzzle Knot. Luckily, we don't really have much to be doing. I say luckily, assuming he's got counters or whatever, but Harness Lightning. Okay, so he's got maybe some energy going on. Maybe another Aetherworks Marble Brew. I'm trying to think if there's like an energy producing counterspell, but can't think of one right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can cast Metalwork Colossus. Seems pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and do that. See what happens. I guess we have to decide on our Sanctum first before we see if he has a counterspell. I will sacrifice Sanctum. I think I'm just going to go get another Metalwork Colossus, because I can just hardcast it next turn, even if this one gets countered or dealt with or whatever. I assume this is getting countered or something. Yeah, Void Shatter is the one I was hoping it wasn't going to be, because that exiles it, so I can't get it back from the graveyard later. So if I had to guess, I would say my opponent's on some sort of Torrential Gearhulk Brew, which is probably going to be pretty good against me, because this hand just has nothing going on. But I'm going to jam this Colossus anyway. Otherwise, we just give him more time to... He could have, like, Glimmer of Genius or whatever in hand, and... Ugh, more Void Shatters. Alright, well... Just gonna have to hope to draw well now. Keep missing land drops. We're hitting too many land drops. Just gonna keep playing Draw Go for a while. Found a land. So his hand is just full of good stuff. So now I'm just hoping to draw one of my big Eldrazi, basically. Yep, Glimmer of Genius is coming down. Oh, Flame Lash. Interesting. Okay. That makes sense with Torrential Gearhulk. Puzzle Knot is a good draw. Deadlock Trap, not what I want. Land, obviously not what I want. So we have 9 mana right now. think I'm just going to sack my Puzzle Knot end of turn. I guess I could also Inventor's Fair, but I'd rather... I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to scry and try to find something absurd to do next turn. Hopefully like Kozilek. Anticipate, yep. Alright, we go 6 lane go, which definitely signifies a Gear Hulk. Let's go ahead and crack my Puzzle Knot. Push those to the bottom. Come on, Kozilek off the top. Hedron Archive is just going to get countered, but I'm going to jam it anyway. He's just going to Gear Hulk Void Shatter it, most likely. Or just straight up Void Shatter it, either way. Let it resolve. I wasn't expecting that. So now I can Inventor's Fair again. And then I can cast a Colossus, which is probably just going to get countered. Or I can pass with my mana up and crack the Archive, which I think seems like a better plan. So is there anything else I could get with Inventor's Fair that would be busted? Probably not. I'm just going to pass. He did absolutely nothing. It's fascinating. I can draw 2 cards, or I can Inventor's Fair. I think I'm just going to draw 2 cards. On the lookout for something busted to do. There is something busted to do. Let's go ahead and cast that bad boy. Exile those 2 fumaroles. Ulamog's probably going to get countered, but whatever. It's bound to happen. Revolutionary rebuff. Alright, sure. Pay 2, I will not, in fact, pay 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep trying to draw good things to do, basically. How much mana do I have? I have 6 mana worth of artifacts. Or 5 mana, which means I'll have 6. I'll have to cast this for 6, which means I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. And I could crack Inventor's Fair if this resolves, but it probably won't. I think I'll cast it. 5, 6. See what happens. Presumably it's going to get countered again. Void Shatter, it's always the best one for the situation. Just fact of life when you're playing against control decks, right? Lane go. And I just remembered that Kozilek's not in my main deck. I don't know why I was saying that earlier, but alright, Gluttonous, see if that resolves. Take a Prism. Play Prism. Puzzle Knot, huh? Okay, we can play Puzzle Knot and have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana to crack Inventor's Fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a land drop. 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just going to play Puzzle Knot, see what happens, and take it from there. Ooh, a Colossus, huh? Alright, let's bottom. Maybe I want to keep the Puzzle Knot on top, actually. Probably not. I'd rather just find something real to do, and I'm just going to shuffle my deck most likely anyway. Pass the turn. Probably going to Gear Hulk Flame Lash me or something. Alright, I'm definitely fine with him. Maybe he just has a bunch of removal spells in his hand. That kind of explains how this has been going. I'm not going to crack Inventor's Fair because I know I'm drawing the Colossus. How much does it cost? 2. Let's go ahead and cast it, see what happens. See if he has the 4th Void Shatter. Main deck Summary Dismissal. Alright. So let's crack Inventor's Fair. Let's go get another. Oh man, are we all out of Colossuses? Every one of my Colossuses got exiled, I just realized. In that case, I'll go get Aetherworks Marvel. What are my win conditions? I have Part the Water Veil, Deep Fiend, Drowner. That's basically it. So yeah, let's get Marvel. Play land. Play Marvel. Activate it. Found a Deep Fiend. And another Marvel. I think I'll just take Deep Fiend. Okay, cast. Tap your lands. So another counter spell. Okay. It's annoying, but what are you gonna do? He only has 1 card in hand. We're kind of running out of ways to win the game, though. Basically down to 1 Drowner and a couple, time walks. Auto yield. On my upkeep, I'm going to crack a Puzzle Knot. Scry. Sanctum obviously is worthless now. We're all out of colorless creatures. So bottom. I could keep this Marvel on top, but I'm just going to bottom. Draw. Deadlock Trap's kind of worthless, but it might be useful later if he plays a Torrential Gear Hulk, I guess. Alright, let's spin the wheel again. Hedron Archive, alright. I'll take that. Cast. Let's I think sack the archive right now, so why not? Plenty of cards in my library. Alright, I'm just going to play out a couple things. Pretty absurd game. I'll play the Deadlock Trap out, I think. Yeah, maybe it's better to play the Prism and the Puzzle Knot, just to get a little farther into my deck, and this Deadlock Trap's not doing anything for me. I should have just played the trap there, but whatever. It shouldn't really matter either way. Now we're just kind of sitting around waiting for something to happen. Looks like he's finally out of answers, which is the one positive to all of this. Alright, we drew a useless land. So I'll play it. Play Deadlock Trap. Get some energy. Activate Marvel. Here's both of our Part the Water Veils. Do I want to cast them? I can cast one of them, but unfortunately I won't be able to awaken it. So I think I'm actually not going to cast it, strangely enough. And then I'm going to, because I'm going to need the awaken to win the games, or to win this game, so I'm going to choose no. I'm going to sacrifice my Inventor's Fair. Go get a Hedron Archive, I'm pretty sure. There's one left in my deck. I could also get a Filigree Familiar just to try to win the game, but don't think that's going to work out. Let's just get an Archive, play it. Just keep drawing cards. And I also got to shuffle the part the water rails back in. You still got nothing going on, so draw. Alright, let's play Puzzle Knot. This game's gonna take a long time, but I think I'm doing alright. There's a Drowner. I'll definitely keep that on top. Let's see, Archive, Sacrifice. Play Drowner. 4, 5, 6. Alright, we finally managed to get a threat onto the table. And I can actually crack my Scion to... Marble's not actually going to do a lot here. My opponent finally scooped. Thank God. That game was going to take forever. So, sideboarding against just mono counterspell dot deck. Obviously the Dispels. I kind of like Ceremonious Rejection, actually. It counters Gear Hulk, and it also counters Void Shatter. Maybe like one of or something. I like having the extra threats. Don't think I want Familiar, even though I'm bringing in Deep Fiend. The Woodweaver's Puzzle Knots are not really what I want to be doing. Neither is Deadlock Trap. Something like this. The Marble is a lot worse once we cut basically half of our energy makers. Exactly half of our energy makers, in fact. So maybe I trim on one of those and bring in... Maybe I keep in the Familiar just for Sanctum of Ugin purposes. Yeah, I think I like something like this.